my name is Jay-Sean Pearson, and today I'm going to teach you on why you can't kickflip and how to fix that. So the first problem people have when trying to kickflip is they don't place their kicking foot in the right spot on the board, right here by the boat. And they don't place their popping foot on the board in the right place, right here, like my hand is placed at. So to fix that, you want to place those feet in the right place to perform a kickflip. So this is what that look like when placing those feet in the right place on the board. So when you step on the board, you want to place your kicking foot like this, like I placed my foot on the board. So you want to have it a little bit hanging off the edge like this. So you want to have the top of your toes or your shoe halfway on the board, like my foot is placed on the board. And you want to have your popping foot like this on the board, like my foot is placed on the tail of the board. So what that look like is when I'm standing on the board, it looks similar to this. So when your foot is placed like this on the board, you want to practice that stance before you actually trying the kickflip when riding. So this is what that look like when you're riding, when your foot is placed on the board like that. So just like I showed you right there, when riding, when placing your foot in those positions on the board, if you practice riding like that without even trying to kickflip, it'll give you better confidence in actually riding in that position when you're trying to kickflip. So that's the first step you need to learn how to do when trying to put your foot in the right place when trying to kickflip. So the second step you need to learn how to do when trying to kickflip is you need to learn how to pop and flick at the same time. So this is what that look like when popping and flicking at the same time. So now that I showed you how to pop and flick at the same time when you're trying to kickflip, the biggest reason why you can't kickflip is because you're not popping and flicking at the same time. So how to fix that is you want to practice your pop before you flicking. So if you do this motion, if you do that motion when you popping, it'll make the board go in the air at the same time, and then it also make your foot go like this. So if you do that motion with your feet when popping, it'll help you when you're trying to kickflip. The next step when trying to kickflip is you want to learn how to flick your foot when trying to kickflip. And this is what that look like when you're trying to flick your kicking foot when trying to kickflip. So now that I showed you how to do the motion of the kickflip when you're trying to flick the board, all you really got to do is practice this motion. If you do that motion like I just showed you, it'll help you do the kickflip motion the right way when you own the board. So if you do that, you will do the motion of a kickflip the right way. So that's the third and fourth step of popping and flicking when you're trying to learn how to kickflip. So the fifth step you need to learn how to do to actually kickflip, you need to learn how to pop and flick at the same time. So this is what that look like when you popping and flicking at the same time when trying to kickflip. So now that I showed you how to pop and flick at the same time when trying to kickflip, all you really gotta do is when you pop, you want to pop and flick the board at the same time as the board is hitting the ground when you about to flick the board. So if you pop the board at the same time as flicking, you will perform the kickflip the right way. So this is what that look like when popping and flicking at the same time when you're trying to kickflip. So just like I showed you right there, when you pop, you want to flick the board at the same time when you popping off the ground. So if you pop, don't flick right away. Flick 1 second later and then flick the board when you about to flick the board like a kickflip. So if you do that motion, just like I showed you, you would do the kickflip the right way. So if you find this tip helpful to you, don't forget to share it with someone else that might need this tip on trying kickflips. So if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notification button so you won't miss out on videos like this every week. Catch you in the next video.